last time out, we had major problems with the... Andy. Last time out, we had major problems with the multiplexer. That it was just not having it at all. So I spent quite a long time on it, and I've come up with a way of fixing it, which seems to be working. So what I was going to do is try and talk what the problem was and how I fixed it. Let me just check this in. No, if I check it in, we won't know, will we? Change. Ooh, difficulties. All right then. So the problem was problem number one. The sort routine doesn't actually sort. It doesn't sort whatsoever. So let me run it for you. So I've got to remember where our sort routine is. Where's the sort routine? Out, mate. Cool. When I make the font big. Now that's the multiplexer. Right. Where did we put the sort? Oh, it's in 0 page, isn't it? Where have I... Okay, 0 page. Right, so the multiplexer... Clicked. Right, the multiplexer is there. Right, so 90. Right, so this is our sort routine here. Yeah, this is the original, and this is what I'm doing now. So if I go, come on, go, keep forgetting, no keyboard. So until we get to until we get another sprite on the screen. There we go. So the blue here, this blue line, I don't know if you can make it out, yeah? Because I can't make this thing any bigger. This blue line here is the result of the multiplexer, yeah? And as you can see, it has, because there's a sprite turning up, yeah? It's put sprite 2 in front of sprite 1. And that's what was causing the problem, because if you remember, we're putting all the sprites that are on the screen, we're putting at Y255 FF at the bottom of the screen, and I was testing for FF, but if you look here, the first 2 bytes are at FF, and so it kept jumping out, and so when it went back in again, it was realigning the sprite numbers, and that's why we had the flicker effect, because it was switching sprites on every frame. So what I've done is, if you remember last week, we had the AndyMagicKnight routine, which was to copy the sprites. I've got to make this smaller because it's, there we go. To copy the sprite, the sort routine, because we sort halfway through the screen, but we don't actually sort the sprite array. We sort another array and then copy it to the sprite array, so the multiplexer. So what I've done is, because the sort routine is not sorting in the order, when I copy across, this is saying the first one should be it's saying that this is sprite 2 in the array, sprite 0, sprite 1, sprite 3. So what I do is I transpose that into the next. So it is actually sorted. So it does 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I take the Y value of that. So what happens now is, if I go up here, you remember the fireball? There it is. And look, we are stable. So let me go into the other screen. Here we go. We are stable. It's not flickering. I mean, it's flickering on there because of the multiplexer, but it's not flickering here. So let's go into, there we go. That's better. So we go past. Oh, I want the, what's that screen? There we go. That's the one I wanted. Go past. It goes off. So as soon as this fireball goes off the screen, this should stop animating, which it has done. That means the sprite is no longer on the screen, but we don't clear it out, yeah? And then, look, Jill's coming in into the same place as where the fireball was, because now I'm ordering based on the Y. So when the sorter sorts, I run through the sort and go, right, that's sprite 2. What's the Y for sprite 2? And then I copy that into the right place. So effectively all the sprites from the multiplexer are arranged in Y order. I don't know why the sort routine wasn't doing it, because it was going, right, Quasi's here, then it's Jill, then it's Fireball, then it's Jill, then it's Quasi, and it just wasn't having it. And I've also solved the other thing about the sprite being on the screen flag. So what I did was I've created a new array called the next sprite Y, and this is the Y of the sprite. So as well as the next sprite order, which is the official sprite order, yeah, the one that the sort routine sorts out, even though it's not actually sorted in the sprite order, I've also got another array with the Y values of those sprites. Oh, go sneeze. And what I've done there is I've incorporated the on-screen and off-screen flag in the Y value. So what I've done is I changed the on-screen and off-screen flags. So the on-screen used to be 0, which it still is. The off-screen was 80. You know, bit 7 was switched on. What I've done now is I've made it that it's FF. That value is where the sprite is right off the screen. So as well as it signifying that the sprite is not active, it's also signifying that the sprite's not on screen, which are one and the same thing. The only difference is in the array the sprite's active, but on the screen it's not. So I'm using the same flag for two things, and it works really well, because so this is where I've initialized it. So I'm now initializing it with FF, and then down here I've changed it to the constants, and then we've got to keep going. So a long way down, long way. Let's get rid of that. Long way down, and that. So this is where I'm copying the Y value for after the sort routine's done. I copy the Y value and then OR it with the on-screen flag, and the on-screen flag is FF. So if the Y value was, say, at 23, so Jill's roughly about what, 70 something in the real world on the Y value. As soon as she goes off screen, it ORs it, because it's 0, it ORs it with 0. She's fine, she's on the screen. But then, if she goes off the screen, we OR it with 255, which immediately makes the Y value go to the bot, go to FF. And that allows us then to say, right, that sprite's off the screen. And so when we do the test, is the sprite on the screen? Before, we was testing the on-screen flag, yeah? And it was just a nightmare. Yeah, we're loading the Y value. Why should we look at another value just to see if it's on the screen? So I got rid of that, and in preference for this, it also means I got rid of all this code. So we're no longer looking at the Y value in the actual array, we're looking at the Y value that we've determined based on the sort routine. And then I got rid of all this code because we don't need it anymore. We don't need that anymore because this was basically putting the sprite at the bottom of the screen if it was off screen. I don't need to do that because we now know that the next Y value is off the screen because of that OR, and it fixed it. So I've changed the sort routine, yeah. So the sort routine now doesn't compare the Y value. It doesn't compare, when it does the sort, it's not comparing the Y value in the actual array. It's comparing the Y value in the one that we've copied, yeah. Because the one we've copied, we've ORed with 255 to then it sorts on that, which means then the sprites are all in the right order. And that was the problem. It was just the fact that the sort routine didn't actually sort. And so as we're running through the elements, running through the 16 sprites in the order that they're in the array, it was doing sprite 2 first, then sprite 1, or sprite 0, then sprite 1. And then next time it's coming through, because it sorted it differently, it could have been 1, 0, 2. And that's why we had the flicker on in C64 Debugger, where even though we couldn't see it on the screen, it was flickering. The only time it really flickered is when we had the fireball in the mix, and then you could see it flickering just a bit where it was using different sprites. Now it's using the same sprite numbers, so 1, 0, 1 is quasi, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey creative. And so that fixed the multiplexer. So we added the fireball in. So when we go F6, by the way, I'm using the 3.4, I think it is now, Vice. So when we're moving here, we've still got the flicker at the top of the screen, but we'll look at that in a bit. So there's the firewall, and it's as steady as a rock. There's nothing going on. And then we have got Jill in the top. So I'm now, we're going to try, I mean that glitch is doing my nutting. And also, have you noticed there's no debugging lines? Well, I put a variable in here. So if I do that and then F6, we get the debugging lines back. So I've also reordered the game logic. So if I go into game logic, we should be able to see the reorder, I think. Yeah. So we've got the transfer to next frame. I've put that right at the very end. So that's the last thing that happens, which is down here. So, yeah. So the multiplex is now working. We've still got a problem with the scroll, that it is going over. Right, there you go. That's the fireball raster. So that's the fireball raster, and then suddenly you'll see that Jill comes up here. There we go. So that's the Jill, and the fireball raster's gone. So we're not using CPU time for a sprite that's not on the screen, which I was really pleased about. So that disappears, then the raster for the fireball sprite appears. So what I was thinking of doing was trying to figure out how we're going to do the... We need to figure out why the scroll is taking so much time, and I'm hoping you guys are looking at it and trying to figure it out. I'm looking at it, but I'm not changing it. I needed to fix the multiplexer because the the multiplexer is sort of up here. Even for me, I was looking at it, I was thinking, oh dear, why did I write this? I mean, it's based on Shallan's multiplexer, but the sort routine was off that C64 site, and I don't know what. And I noticed the sort routine wasn't actually sorting. I was thinking, why is it not sorting? Why is it not sorting? Well, it does now, because I do that extra step. When I'm doing the transfer from what the sort routine to actually the array, I'm actually running through it and saying, right, that's Sprite 2, right, I'll put it in Sprite 2 slot. That's Sprite 0, I'll put that in Sprite 0 slot. Sprite 1, Sprite 1 slot. And it is now in the right order. So, what I was thinking of doing was trying to see if we can get some sort of alien, bad guy mechanics going. Like the fireball. See if we can get the fireball going in making it animate. And what I was thinking, oh, I ain't got it up and running. Hang on, let me load it up. Oh, I didn't sort myself out. Naughty. I think it's that one. Is it that one? I think it's that one. That's the one we're loading up, isn't it? 30. Let's have a look just to make sure. Yeah, 30. So it's definitely that one. What I was thinking was for the fireball, I thought of having the fireball coming in off the screen and just floating this way. Yeah. And then when it gets here, so when it gets to there, it disappears, and then we have it coming back again. Just as a starter for 10, to see if we can get it to do that. It means that we've got to build some sort of AI for the bad guys, and we need some sort of array for the bad guys. But that's what I was thinking, that just have something coming down here, and then what we can do is, whether the bad guy is on the screen or not, we can then multiplex depending on what's going on. So that's the first task. So we've got the fireball roughly about here, it is. So we need to work out where the start point is and where we want it to finish, and then work the routine out to do it. So each bad guy is going to have a different routine. So if we've got a guard, maybe we can get them walking and have a range. Like the guard could be walking here, walking back, walking here, walking back, or something like that. Just to make it difficult. I mean, we could have a flame coming this way to trouble him on the platforms. Oh, that would be nasty. That would be nasty. Let's just have a look. How tall? Yeah, so we'd have a flame coming. Oh, that would be nasty. That would be really nasty. Jump. Yeah. So he'd have to jump to get out the frame. We might do that. Might do that. Let's do that. So let's see if we can code some mechanics up. So currently we've got 18 logical sprites, but that could be upped, yeah, because the multiplex is only going to be able to render 16 of them. No, 18 of them. Yeah, 18 of them. So we could have many sprites in an array, but if we stick to 18 sprites per level, yeah. So we have two. Ignore quasi because they're fixed. They're physical ones. So we've got 2 for Jill. That means out of the 18 sprites, we've got 16 left. Let me just make sure that that's right. Yeah, 18 sprites. So we'd have 16 left. So I think we could have the entire level could have 16 sprites on it without having a problem of multiplexing. But if we need to have more sprites, that's when we start expanding the array and expand the sort routine to cope with that. But then once the sort routine's done it, we take the 18 that's at the top, so we only render 18 sprites per screen, not the stage, per screen. But we'll get to that if we put too many bad guys up. So we need to make another file. Game. Oh, and I've put it in the wrong place again. Right, game bad guys. Just get that out, put it there. So, game bad guys. So we need the files that are in there constantly, which is those three. And so we need to be able to put on I think we need a sprite counter. Because each level will have different bad guys in different positions. Just wondering. Yeah. Yeah. So we need where's my sprite library? So I've got these. So we need something like that. So bad guys, we need an array. Now I've put enabled, but this is not it. So this is bad guy type. Bad guy type. Hey Stacy. So we got bad guy type. Do that. Right. So, right. So what are these guys gonna do? So, so the type would be like arrow, guard 1, guard 2, fireball, and whatever. Action. So let's see, what's the action going to be? That is going to be I don't know. Because the type's going to decipher its behavior. So, we need a min x. I think we need a min x and max x. So that's the range it's going to work in. bad guy sprite number. So that's going to reflect what sprite it's going to take. And this is a virtual sprite, not the physical sprite. So this is the virtual sprite. So yeah. So what else do we need? Direction. What direction are they going in? Oh, my OCD's kicking in. So this is going to have to be speed. Now, speed. I suppose that is 60 frames a second. So we can't have 60. So that's going to have to be a fraction, I think. So that's going to have to be a fraction. So fraction. So in this case, so I don't know if have we spoken about fractions before? So if we use 8 bits, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then this, let's see if I can do this. Right, that equals 1. Let's talk because we're going to be using this in cycles. So that's going to be 1/128th of a cycle. This one is going to equal 1/64th. This one is going to equal 1. You get the drift. I'll put them all in now. 1/8. I think I got these right. We'll find out in a minute. 1/4 of a cycle. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I've got this wrong on a half. So this is wrong. Two, 5, 6. So basically the fraction. So if we turn that bit on there, that's saying that it takes 2 cycles to do 1 pixel. Yeah. So when we've got the x value, when we're doing the x value in the direction, this is the fraction it will be going in. Yeah. So it'll be going that way in half cycles or going that way in half cycles. And in the multiplexer we have got x frac. Yeah. So we have got the fraction in place. But if we want it to move slower and say that it moves at half that pace again, so it takes 4 screen cycles to wander across the screen to do 1 pixel, then we do it there. So you know we're talking 60 frames a second. So if we want it to move 1 pixel every second, then we would be down here somewhere. Yeah, we'd be down there. Yeah, and this allows us then to govern the speed. Now, I'm just wondering whether we should put that, you know, that it can travel 60 pixels in a second. Oh, that would be fast. Just think, that would be fast. That'd be too fast. Yeah, that would be too fast, I think. So we'll keep it in binary fractions. So we've got the bad guy, the range that they move in, the sprite number the virtual sprite number we're attaching it to, the direction, and the speed. What else would we want? What else would we want? Nothing springs to mind at the moment. So we need to be able to, we need a way of setting the bad guy up. So what we're going to do is we're going to nick this macro here. We're going to nick this macro and we're going to modify it. Oh, that's the animation macro, isn't it? Yeah, that's the animation macro. Yeah, we can use that. And we'll put that at the end. So this is a macro to set. Well, so set up bad guy. I've just thought of something we might need. Hang on. Let me just write a note about that. We'll talk about that in a bit. I'll just put that down so I don't forget it. Right, so we're going to have a macro to set this up. So we're going to have so the macro is going to be what the sprite number is. So this is what the virtual sprite. So virtual sprite number, type, min x, max x, direction, speed, and so we need start x, low, start x high, start y, color. Oh, color's going to be a problem, isn't it? We'll get to that. What else do we need? We're not bothering about expanding. We're not bothered about priority. Better put that in there. What else are we bothered about? So X, Enabled is going to be by insertion, because if we're running them, if we're setting up, we're enabling them. Multicolour. I suppose we'll have to put multicolour mode on there. Yeah, I suppose we'll have to put multicolour mode in there. Multicolour. Cool, this is going to be a big macro. Right. So, so we're going to be doing enabled. Have I got a constant for enabled? Can't remember. No. It's 80 anyway. We'll set some constants up. So we'll do that. Right, let's grab that. Put that in there. Put that in there. Right. So we so we're doing sprite enabled. Sprite enabled, that's the one I want. In fact, we don't need to do that. We can do this. I think it's set enabled, isn't it? Right, so that enables the sprite. Now, we've got to set the low and high, so we're going to have to do that because we'll probably destroy. Hang on, do we destroy? Yeah, accumulator and Y is destroyed. Okay. So, set X. So we'll do that first. So accumulator is high, X is low. So we'll set that. So that is set X. I think that's what we called it. Yeah. Then we'll do the same with Y. Just make sure I've got this right. Set Y, set Y. The accumulator is the Y value. Don't need that. So what's next? We've done that one. Colour. That's the one that it's going to get tricky. So what I'm going to do is we have got a routine that says set color. So we're going to do, yeah, there we go, JSR set color. So we're going to do that. So we're going to load the color into the accumulator. Let's just make sure, yeah. Load the color into and set color. That's the one. And then we do the same for priority. Just see priority, update sprites. That's expand. Here we go, set priority. So, let's create some more constants. No, it's not on. Priority and front equals no. Right, so grab that, put that there, grab that, put that there. Now we can use those where in our bad guys. So we've just done color, so this is priority. And we will use the constant when we call the macro. So priority, and the routine is called set priority. Right, so we can get rid of that. Then multicolor. Multicolor, here we go. Oh, we've got the same thing. Let's make some more constants. There we go. It's basically going to be that, isn't it? See you later, mate. Multicolor on. No, off. Yeah. Is 0. And on is 1. So that goes there. That goes there. So we can now use those when we do the macro. So multicolor, set multicolor. I think that's what it is. Yeah, set multicolor. Right, so that's set up the sprite. So what we need to do now is, now we're setting up what the type is, the direction and all that. So right, so we are loading. Let's get that, bring that back. So the type. So let's get rid of all this. So we are talking type. And that is going to be put into bad guy type. Like that. Now, it doesn't see that, does it? Oh, no, it doesn't. Because we need to put this in place. There we go. Bad guy type. So, next thing, because we're not destroying Y now. Min X. In fact, let's do all this. Right. Min X. Max. Direction. Speed. And that's it. So we need some constants in here as well. So let's make some. So bad guys don't need to do that, do I? Because we're in bad guys anyway. So type no, bad guy type. So we'll say fireball equals 1. Okay, what else do we need? Speed, don't we? Speed. Direction. Direction left. Direction right. No direction. And speed. Well, don't need to be constants for that. Right, so we've got direction, we've got max X. I'm not liking it. Oh. So that effectively sets up the sprite. The bad guy sprite. So we should be able to set that up. Okay. So we can trial it. We can trial it, see if it works. Just by putting the fireball in one place. We're not going to get it to do the types or anything like that, but we're just gonna get it to see if we can get it to set up. Right, game logic. This is where we've got it. So that's setting up quasi. I think I'm going to have to do a setup for the quasi and Jill so we don't have to keep doing this. Right, fireball, there we go. So fireball sprite number. So I've got a sprite number for the fireball, even though I shouldn't have one. Right, let's grab this. Put that in there. There we go. Set up bad guy. So The sprite number is going to be that. Start X low is $15.02. The Y is going to be 4145. I've got the colour here somewhere. Here we go. Yellow. So the colour is hash yellow. Yellow. No priority. So with the priorities in front, isn't it? So we need this one. So lib sprites. It's in front. Lib sprites. Multicolor mode is on. Type is that. So bad game bad guys fireball. Right, min x and min x and max x. We're not doing anything with it yet, so we'll just put them there. We'll just put descript and that like that. Right, so that should set up the fireball. So if I get rid of that and I get rid of that's setting the frame. That is setting the frame. Do I set the animation of the fireball? Yes, I do. Down here. Okay. Let's grab that and put it in front there. So that's setting the animation up, so we don't need the frame or anything like that. So set up fireball. We don't need that routine anymore. But then again, grab that. Put that there. Right. Set up quasi, set up dual, set up fireball. Right, let's see if I've broken it. But first, we need to include it, don't we? So, game bad guys. Right, let's see if we've got a fireball on there. Ooh. Oh, did I miss that? No. Silly me. Oh, hang on. It is there. Wait. Lib sprites. What's he complaining about? Variable sprite priority front not present on the value type namespace. Okay. If you insist. Try that, boyo. Oh, we've got the same problem here then, haven't we? F6. Here we go. Now, do we have a fireball just floating in mid-space? No, that's where it should be. Right, so we have got some issues. Sprite enable. Let's run through it. Let's put a breakpoint and see what it's doing. Breakpoint. Cross fingers. Yeah, right. Yeah, didn't work, mate. So we are Sprite 4. So he's done it. There we go. So we have Sprite 4. Enable the sprite. Load Sprite 4 again. Set the X and Y. It's not linked, so it should be alright. So load Y again. 4. Load start Y. Which is 86. Oh, hang on. Ha. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Did you spot it? Right. Let's try that again. Oops, wrong one. That one, isn't it? Right. So it does that. Yeah. Sets X. Does that. Sets Y. Sets the colour. What's the colour? 7. Yeah, that's yellow. Sets the colour. Loads the priority, which is 0, so that's in front. Loads the multicolour, which is 1, so that sets multicolour. Then does the type. Yeah. 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 So that's gone straight into animation. Oh yeah, because it's the animation next, isn't it? Then it returns. Right. Okay, that looks like it should work. Take the breakpoint out. So it was the Y value. We'd got the Y value all screwed up. Right. So this should put And there it is. Right, there it is. So we've now got a macro that allows us to put bad guys on the screen. So what we need to do now is we need to write a routine that we're going to run, and I think we could get away with putting it in there. I think, yeah, there's plenty of time in there, but we could put it up here somewhere out the way. Depends where we're going to get this. I think the fireball should go from min to max, yeah, and then it starts at min and goes back to max again. Yeah. And we'll just get it moving, yeah. So we need to, in here, so we need a way of getting it to do the action, and I've just thought. Yeah, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. The fireball. It's looking all right. I was messing around with it. I don't think we can jump it though. To be honest, I don't think we can jump it. I think it's too big. So we're gonna have to change the jump mechanics. In fact, I think we should lower that down. Hang on. I think we should knock it down to about there. Let's just knock it down a bit. So the Y value needs to be modified. But it's only one sprite, isn't it? And it's not expanded, mate. So here it is. I thought I'd put it in the right. Oh, 134. No, it was 145, wasn't it? Hang on. Let's look at the difference. I think I got it in the wrong place. Oh, 150. 150, that's where it was. Right. 150. Right. Quasi. Now, this should be just above the floor. Oh, it's gone all screwed up, look. Oh, that's not good. What is going on there? So that's too far, so 145. I was right to start with. There it is. Because when I was playing with it, I don't think we can actually jump it. Quasi. Oh dear. He's gonna have very burnt undercarriage. God. Anyway. Yeah. Right. Oops. So we need to now figure out how we can take the actions that we're going to do and update them. Update. So no, not update. Process bad guys. So, we need a way. Oops, excuse me. We need a quick way. A quick way of being able to process them. So, how am I going to do this? Oh, yeah. So we'll do it like this. So we're gonna have some jump vectors, yeah. So I've just thought, what are we initializing this with? 0. So 0. So this is just call it process next. Because 0 means there's no bad guy, so we don't need it to. Yeah. If yeah, we'll look at the jump mechanics and alter the sine wave to make it possible. I don't know. Don't want to make it too easy. We don't want to make it too difficult. I suppose we could have different jump arcs depending on what difficulty they've picked. So if they've picked easy, then it's a big jump. Yeah, big jump. If they've picked hard, then it's, you know, seat of the pants, scorching time. So we're going to do an indirect jump. Yeah. So let's put another one here. So we're doing process. So what's this going to be called? That will do for a better name. So this is going to jump, and we are going to jump to a 0 page. Do we need to jump to a 0 page? No, we don't, do we? We don't need to jump to a 0 page. So we can do where should we jump to? So that'll do for our indirect jump vector. That will do. Right, so we need to run through our array. So we have a bad guy index. Okay, I think that'll do. So we initialize as bad guy index, and then we just loop through it. So let's just put this process next in. Right. So this is our bad guy looper, so we're going to load that, and in fact we will do that. So we load the bad guy looper. In fact, can we do that? I know one of them you can't. Where's the instruction set? So we're doing LDX. Yes, we can. 0 page, Y. So we can do that. So we load LDX, Y. So that's going to load the bad guy into the X index. And then we're going to do LDA this, comma X, and then store it in there, and do the same thing again, but this time it's going to be the high one plus 1. So that stores it in our jump vector, and then we need to do JSR this. Perform bad guy. So it performs the bad guy, it comes back here. We then increase so here, bad guy. Increase Y, CPY with our max number of sprites. No, we'll do that. Max number of sprites, and we'll start that as 0, 1, 2, because the first two are quasi, yeah. So we don't want to assign those characters. There's also Jill in there, isn't there? So if we're saying Quasi and Jill take the first 4 sprites, we can do that. Okay, that'll do. Perform bad guy, increase bad guy, compare. Is it the same? Branch not equal to bad guy looper. Oh, here we go. Backs there, does the next one, 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 comes out. So when it's finished, we finish. Process next. Why is that not liking it? Oh. Right, fireball. So we need to get the direction. Now we know the sprite. Did I set the sprite number? No, I didn't. We're implying the sprite number. Okay. We're implying it. So we might not need this. So if we're implying the sprite number, that means that the bad guy index is our sprite number. Right, so we need to load what direction is going in. Should say what direction the fireball's going in. And we set the direction. Where do we set the direction? But we've got no constants for direction. Oh, we have here. Here we go. This will do. Right. So, how are we going to do this? We'll test for that one first. So we load the bad guy direction. Branch if equal to. No. Branch if not equal to. Continue. Because if it's equal to 0, he's not going anywhere. So we return back out because they're not doing a thing. Right. So we've branched if not equal to. Now we can test for both negative and positive. So branch if minus to. So branch if minus. So if we're subtracting, that is going left. Yes. And if it's not, it's going right. So we'll put an RTS in there to say it's going right. And we'll put this in, say it's going left, with an RTS to follow. Right, left. So we know our direction. For some reason I've got a ringing in my ears. Right. So we know the direction. So we're now testing. We're now applying the speed. We're now applying to the speed to the X. Right. So that's what we need to do here. So we'll do the same thing. Y is still intact, so we don't need to re-establish that. And we are looking at that. Now, when we add X, add X, subtract X, add to X. Accumulator is the fraction, X is low. Okay? Same with that. So the accumulator is the fraction and LDX is low. So we can do that. JSR lib sprites dot sub from X. That's it. And then what we can do is, oh, I've just thought, yeah. Right, we need to change the macro. Need to change the macro. So low high low high. Because we've got a staging area that's massive now, haven't we? And I forgot to finish all that off, didn't I? Right. So here. So we need another one in there and another one in there. That should keep it in sync. Oh, I've got this ringing in my ears. It's really doing my head in. Right. So we subtract from X. So now we need to test whether we have... because we're going that, we need to test for the minimum X and see if we've hit it. Yeah? So, I've got a routine that says get X, haven't I? Yeah. So get X returns the accumulator has got the high value and X has the low. So what we can do is do this. Better re-establish. Subtract. Does that destroy Y? Yes. Okay. So we need to get that back. And JSR lib sprites dot get X. Yeah, get X. Because now we need to check that we're in the right area. So we test, so compare the high value with bad guys, guy, min high. Okay. Right, so let's work this out. Branch if equal to test x low. It should never get, but we'll do it anyway. Reset x. So if it's coming in, if branch chi set is bigger than, so therefore we're fine. If x high is at 3, we just come out. So we just need to RTS because we need to don't need to do anything. So test x low. So cpx. Oh, can we do that? No! Right. Okay. So we can't do that. So we're going to have to transfer x into A. And then do compare. Ooh. Copy that, but low. So our high value is the same. So if we are bigger than the minimum, then we'll go here. If our high value is the same and the low value is bigger than, we jump out because it's still coming in. If it's lower than, then we need to reset. So we need to reset, and the way to reset is we are is Y still intact? Yes, it is. So LDA that. Store it in that. Oh no. We are LDX low, LDA high, Y is still the sprite number. Y is still the sprite number. JSR lib sprites dot set x. So that puts the fireball back to the start position. So as it's progressing this way, it hits the minimum value we've put in and then goes back. That's how it's gonna work. And then we return out of it. Ooh, will that work? Should do. Should do. Let's try it out. let's try it out. So game logic. Let's just make sure my type is 1. Okay, so we are talking there. Right. So the minimum. So we've started him at 0215. So let's say that the minimum is DO 01, and the maximum we will say DO 05. Let's have a no, that's too far, isn't it? 3. That'll do. Next is direction. Direction. We want to go left. So we want to go left. And we want it to go a pixel every 2 frames. Right. Then we need to get it to update, process the array, process bad guys. That's what we need to do. So in here we need to get it to do it, to process the bad guys. So where did we say I was gonna put it? What area? Oh my, actually assembled. So it's in the green. So we're going to put it in the green area somewhere. But what I need to do is we need to make it a different colour. So we'll make it green, and then we'll make the other colours different. Green, which is here. So we're going to do JSR that. But it's game bad guys dot. So let's put another one of those in there. So this is going to be blue. So this is going to be yellow. Yellow then becomes orange. Orange then becomes brown. Brown then becomes pink. Oh, we need another one of those. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Right. Do we crash? Oh, no. Right. So we can't put it in there. Can't put it in there. That's just thrown a spanner. It's gonna go a bit mental. I just want to see it working, yeah? So we're missing frames. So don't worry about that, because look, we're missing frames. I think the green area is way wet. It's massive. That's not good. So we're a bit slow. But I just want to see if the fireball's moving. Well, that says it isn't. Right. Let's put a breakpoint in there. I don't know why it's slow, but there we go. Let's put a breakpoint in there. Let's see what it's up to. Oh. Right. So we load it, load X with 1, load A with 29. Ooh. Oh yeah, X is 1. Load A with 29, so 29, 81, 29. That's better. Then we jump to this, and then we jump indirect to there. Okay. So 80. I forgot what 80 is. Oh, that's direction, isn't it? So we're going in 80. Branch shift minus, which it is. So it's coming here. Right. LDA 80. That is not right. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. That's half. Half, it's the fraction. Load X with 0. Subtract. So that's subtracting. Sets the flag to say it's been done. Now we're testing for R. So is it equal to right, we're back. So that's done the subtract. Then we're going to get, so it's oh right, so it has subtract 1 because it was 0215, it's now 0214. Compare it with 80A6. Is it equal? No, it isn't. Is it less than? No, it isn't. It's greater than. Okay. Goes on to the next one. Ooh. That's jumped to nowhere. That has jumped to absolutely nowhere. Right. Let's put the breakpoint there. Let's do that again. So it's the second time round where it went wrong. Right, so X is 1, so we're not bothered about that. We know that works. So we're back here, right? X is 0. So load 28. 28. Really? 2 28s? Oh, come on. Don't tell me I've made a complete and utter... Oh, what a plank. Can you see what I've done wrong? There's points in it, if you can guess, if you can see it. No? No wonder it was going bonkers. Right. Let's see. Oh, look! Oh, we've only got a slight glitch. Right. Does the fireball move? No, so the fireball's still not moving. I wonder why the fireball's not moving. Yeah. Let's change the min and max. We'll change the min, yeah? We'll change the min. Just in case what you say, crate ID, is right. Because that's what I've just thought. That it's got stuck on the ladder. So we'll make this go down to 4. And see if it's the fact that our reset is not working. Oh, well, it's moving. Maybe the speed, because that is a bit slow, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lazy fireball. I'm a bit concerned that it's resetting here. I'm a bit concerned it's a resetting there, because we set the max to be D003. Unless my macro's wrong. Let's have a look. Oh. No, it's right. Low and high. Let's take note of this array. Where's the array? Oh, we're a long way down. Here we go. So 8082. That's the type. We're looking at 94 for X low, but it's not that. It's min, isn't it? Min, X low, X high, min. What's that? A6 and B8 and CCA. We'll have a look at those memory values. Let's fire it up. Oops. So 80. Cool, that's a long way down, that is. Here we go. 80 here. 80A6. Yeah, so that's the, what's that? That's the min, yeah. 94 there. So they're the min values. So it's coming on the screen. Look, it's just coming on the screen. Let's just run over there a bit. So that's there, the min there. So the max is B8. So that's DO 03. Right, so they're set right. Okay, let's find where our array is, our X array, which is down here somewhere. Here we go. X low and XI, so that's 994 and 9A6. So 99994 4 5 6. So that's Jill. Fireball. Here we go. Do you mind? I'm doing a stream, boy. Come here. Right, that's set into DO, but this is not resetting here. Hang on. A6. A6. This one. Yeah. That's Quasi, Jill. Yeah, here. That's not resetting to 3. Right, so there's a problem with our resetter. Oh. Right. So it disappears. There it is. Oh. Kaboom. That's not helpful. Before that, let's let's speed this bad boy up. Right, speed, fraction, and then low. Oops. Let's do that. Right, let's change this thing. So where speed is at the end. Speed low, comma speed frac. Let's put that in there. Now I just need to change the processor to be comma Y. Change the logic. So we're going to say that's 0, comma. Oh, did I do low? Oh, I've forgotten what the order is. Low and frac. Okay. So it's 1, 0. So that does pixel. Right. Does that speed it up? It's a bit quicker, isn't it? Well, we got to the end. It must have been just a glitch. Right, let's speed that. Let's speed it up a bit more. Now we've got the high bit in there. Sorry, the low. So let's speed it up a bit more. 2. And I've just got to make sure I've got my tests done right. So if it's greater than or equal to, exit. If it's less than, so it's going to catch it. And this is the same if it's less than. Right, so we should be alright. Doesn't matter how big a gap we put in there. So this should speed up even more. Cool, that's really quick. I've just seen it. Cool, that's speedy. That's a bit quicker, isn't it? Right. So the blue area is what's left over. The green is the processing of the bad guys here. So don't want it easy. So the green is it. That's why it's glitching. Sometimes it does take too long. So we may have to bring it up. So yeah, there's an awful lot of processing power going on in here, but it's working. We now have a fireball going that way. So let's see if we can get the fireball going that way. So what we'll do is we'll use this same fireball setup. So we're going to create another one. But this time it's not going to be 4. We'll add 1 to it, so it's 5. So we are going right. So this is setting up the animation. So right, so we are saying we want it to go X-min is there. We want to lower it down. No, that's our starting point, isn't it? That's our starting point. So we'll do that. We'll start it there. Oh, not there. There. So our X-min is going to be there, and our max, it was about, yeah, DO01. That would take us to the ladder, I think. But we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back to that. So the direction is right. And we'll make it slow moving. We'll make it slow moving. Right. Now, that's not going to work because we haven't put the code in for going the other direction. So it's exactly the same as this, really. So we'll just grab all that. And we'll put it in there. So this time we are going add. And this time we are testing the max values. So if it's equal, then we test the X low, yeah. If it's lower than, we don't want to reset. We want to reset when it's greater than. So that means it'll exit. So we test the lower value, max. If it is greater than, no, we want to, if it's less than, and if it's greater than or equal to, we reset. And we reset with the min values. Right. Let's see if I've broken it. Oh. Oh, it's down here. Oh, here it is. So we need to bring it up here. So is it on the same level as that? Yeah. This will text the multiplexer, because we got two sprites on the same row effectively. So this is going this way. Is that looking okay? I know it's glitching all over the place. Right, let's bring the first one back a bit, because it's going a bit too far. So, was it Dio where it got to the ladder? Yeah. So we will. So now we can increase this one to CO. We'll make it a bit quicker as well. We'll double its speed just to make it look. I know it was glitching, but we got a lot of things going on now. So it's following us. Ooh, it's following us. we could make that a little bit lower, make it skim around here. So if that's 145, that must be about 150. But that will really cause problems with everything. Where's Y? Let's do 50. See if it's low enough. Oh, that looks low enough. Can you see it flashing? That's because it's fighting with the code. Ooh. Oh, there's a lot of overtiming going on now. Let's let's change it. Let's bring everything up. Green. Where's green? Yeah, let's bring everything up. Yeah, it's still fighting. It's still fighting with us here. Oh, it's a lot quick. That is a lot quicker than us. Oh, so the multiplex is having issues because we're running out of raster time. We're running out of raster time because it's flashing, isn't it? I mean, it's not doing too bad at the moment. Are we asking too much of this? Are we asking too much of this poor 64 to do? And we've only got 2 fireballs on there at the moment. But you can see what I'm trying to achieve now, yeah? So we've got, I mean, there's no collision going on yet. But we've got 2 fireballs going in 2 different directions at the same time. So all we have to do is now is start adding other bad guy types to this so it can process them. Now, as far as I know, sorry, got distracted. As far as I know, we have other bad guys in here. Yeah, so we've got the fireball. So we've got 2 different types of soldiers, knights. Couldn't remember the word. And we've got an arrow. And I think yeah, bi-directional, yeah. So everything's bi-directional. So what we need to do is we need to work. I need suggestions on how these knights are going to do. I think the arrow is going to be similar to the fireball, and if that's the case, we can get it to use the same animation as the same processing as the fireball. But what we're going to do with the knights, what are they going to do? That is something that we need to think about. But we've got now a processing system in place that we can build in that. We're not going to call it AI, but bad guy code. So that's what we can. It's what we can put in here. So we've speeded it up because I thought that 30 pixels a second was going to be pretty quick, but it isn't. Is it? It's not that quick. So what? It gives you time to think, yeah. So we need. I mean, we can put the arrow in because the arrow is going to be the same mechanics as of the fireball, I suppose. So we could put the arrow in. Yeah. Have I got all the arrow stuff set up? Game storage, it's in here, isn't it? So we've done the fireball's there. Right, the arrow's not been put in yet. Or right, so that's something I can do off camera. Is get all the animation bits set up for that. Because we've only got the fireball in, which is hit this, and we need to be able to put the arrow in. Yeah, we'll do it now. Let's put the arrow in. Right, so we'll set up. We'll just copy this. Right, I need. Where's the constants for game constants? Here we go. So that's the delay. So we have a firewall sprite number, but we're not going to be doing, because we're going to, it's what I've got written down here, is where it finds the next available virtual sprite. Here we go, fireball. So we need to copy that and put that there. Right, let's get back into the here. So the arrows are 128 is going right. Oh, and it's not multicolour either, is it? It's just one colour. Right, so that's going right, and this is going left, which is 132. So it's not that, it's HR for high res. Right. Game storage. So that's the fireball. So this is arrow. And it's this is high res. Now I figured out how to do this. And watch it gonna go prove me wrong now. Yeah, it's proved me wrong. Turn that off. So that. I did this the other day and I thought, oh, I figured it out. Now, I think now I do that. No, 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 no. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. Arrow, that's the one. Finding selection. There we go. That's what I wanted. So it's now arrow. 19. There we go. And we want to get rid of MC and convert it to HR. There we go. Figured it out. Right. So we've done that. So we can get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the one that's going that way. So we're not, even though we've set it as a fireball, I'm not going to set it up as a fireball. I'm going to set it up as arrow. Okay. Right. Now, what colour was it using? Light grey. So, light grey. Okay. So now, hopefully, because we're using the fireball code, it should work. Is that multicolour still switched on? Yes, it is. There we go. There it is. So that's the arrow. Now we need to make the arrow a lot quicker. It's a very slow moving arrow, isn't it? That is wrong. Right, let's speed it up. How fast can we push this? Let's try 4. That's better. God, that is fast. Oh, that is fast. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, that is that is fast. That is fast. Oh. Yeah, this can be jumped. Yeah, that can be jumped. I mean, if we pretend that we'd die, yeah, it can be jumped there, from there. Oh, and I did a... Oh, we would have died there. But there we go. So we've got the arrow in. So we just need to work out the mechanics for the guards. How we're going to do that. You know, what do we need to do? So what we're going to do for the guards? How we're going to make them? What we're going to do with the guards? So we've got two different guards, so we could have two different mechanics for them. So what we're going to do... Any suggestions? Yeah, but Stacy, think about any level, yeah? You know, we're coding, so on this level we're just messing around, yeah? But hang on, what map are we using? Are we using the first map? We're using that one. Let's turn that map on. Let's turn that map on. So what would we do here? Did you see me move out the way of the fireball? Oh dear. Oh yeah, that map has issues. Yeah, let's go back to the other one. I need to fix that map. Let's go back to the other one. But let's say if we got rid of the fireballs, yeah? Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was let's say here, yeah? Let's say here we had a guard. Yeah, so he'd be walking this way. Right? Stop there and then be walking back. Like that. Yeah? That he would just be patrolling that way. Now the guard would be impervious to the spikes, of course. But it just walks. And it could be a slow walk, that he's just slowly walking and patrolling. It means that then in this map around here, we'd have to have another way, a pretty tricky way of getting past the guard, yeah? But that's what I was thinking, was it being more of a patrolling thing, backwards and forwards, like so. Which is not so hard to do. Because all you're doing... Yeah, all you're doing is reversing the direction. So he gets to his X. Yeah. Yeah. But this is the sort of thing. So if we we'd have to put them in. We're gonna have to put them in the game constants. That's control. Constants. I haven't got it open. Yeah. So we have. Yeah. So you either tackle the guard and try and jump him, because I think we could possibly jump them, or you go the more difficult way, or the seemingly easier way, but have more hazards, like you're saying, arrows and stuff like that. Let's put the constants in. So we've got arrows left and right. So what we got here? So so that's guard, spear. I don't know how you spell spear. And then we've got one with a shield in it, guard, shield. Right, so going right, we have got starting at 112, going left, starting at 116. That one going right is started there, 120, and that way is 124. Right, so let's put these in. So, food for thought to use in map design. The guard with the shield could just push you back and block you. Yeah. Oh, that's a really good idea. So the shielded guard does not kill, but pushes back. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. We'll have to do that. Yeah. Right. So arrow, guard, spear. Is that how you spell spear? I'm not sure. Is that how you spell spear? It's not that. It's that, surely. Whatever. Let's and we'll change HR to MC because it's multicolour. Oh right, okay. Cheers, mate. Thank you. My spelling's awful. Right, and we will turn that off and put that on and do the same there. So arrow, becomes guard, shield. A64 Mark. That is how you spell shield. I before EX. Yeah, that's how you spell shield. Right. And we have got to change HR to MC. Right, so that's... You are just... No. Okay. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Anyway, thank you, mate, for for correcting my spelling. Right. So we've added the constants for the guards, so we need to flesh out the storage for it. So let's get down here, and where's the arrow? There's the arrow going left, the arrow going right. So we'll copy that, we'll paste it there, we'll paste another one. So that's the arrow. So this is, so I want to change that word, and we're going to change the word, highlight that, change it to be guard sphere. Yep. And HR is now multicolored. Oh, it's so much easier now. I've figured out how to use this. Right, and this one. So highlight the whole lot, say selection, and we're changing that to be guard shield. Yeah, that's how you spell. Sorry, colour is spelt correctly. I don't care what anybody says. It's spelt correctly. Right. And HR is now MC. Right, so that... Oh, what's it not liking? What's it not liking? Have I spelt shield wrong? Guard shield right, MC. Constants, game. Guard. You didn't see that. You didn't see. You didn't. You didn't see that. Oh, rats. Oh, that's just not right at all. It doesn't look right. Oh. Let's stick with the two-letter variables. Thank you for correcting my spelling. Thank you for correcting my spelling. Right. So, for the newcomers, we are adding bad guys to the system. I've managed to sort out the multiplexer. So the multiplexer's working to the best of its ability. And now we're adding the bad guys. So we've added the fireball, and we've added the arrow to. So what we're doing is we're trying to think of what the mechanics for the guards are. So so we need a new. Are we saying both guards are going to have the same mechanics? It's just the hitboxes, yeah? So we're going to have patrolling guards, yeah? For both of them. That's what we decided, wasn't it? Right, so let's put this in here. Right, so it's going to be same as the fireball. It's going to be the same as the firewall. Let's just copy this and then we'll tweak it. Right, process fireball. So it's not that one. It's this one. Process guard. Right. So it's not fireball going left. It's guard going left. Right, so get myself all tied up in knots. Let's do some separators. There we go, some separators so I know where we are. Right, so have you now? Alright, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, mate. I'll get that. We'll get that put in and put onto GitHub. Very nice. No. That's fine, mate. I mean, it's those scripts are there to help. They don't have to be written efficiently because they're a one-time thing. Yeah, it does it. It converts it. Yeah. But the more functionality we put into it, the better it'll be. I mean, that's why I wrote it, because I got. You saw the original streams anyway. But yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that incorporated in, mate. Right. So bad guys. guards. So going right. So this is going right. So the tests are the same. The only difference is we are changing the direction. We are changing the direction. So the directions... So it's between 80 and... Yeah. So if it's going right, then we go left. Hey, Mikroman. So if he's going right, we don't reset him. We get him to move in the other direction. Okay, so LDA. So he's going right, so he needs to turn left. And we'll store that in there. Oh, I've lost it, lost it, lost it. And it's not reset X, it's reset direction. And so store A in there, comma, because I think Y is still okay. So we reverse the direction. So going left is going to be the same. No problem, mate. See you next time. Right, so this is going right. Okay. That should do it. That should do it. Right, so I'm gonna check. Right, this is what we've got at the moment, yeah? This is what we've got at the moment. So we've got an arrow on the screen, look. No, my reflexes are rubbish. Right, and then we've got a fireball. So there's the fireball. Right. So what we're thinking was having a guard here patrolling this section here. Right. So it's going to be hit and miss, but we're going to get there. So let's sort that out. So game logic, let's try and see if we can do it before the end of the stream. So we've got setup fireball. I mean, to be honest, we should have one called setup arrow. Let's do that. Setup arrow. And that's setting up the arrow. So we can put that there. So let's set up. We'll just do one of the guards. So we'll do one of the guards. So we'll do the guard shield. I before E, except after I before E. Right. So this is only temporary because I've got a note here. It says here, write a function to find the next available sprite. At the moment, we're hard coding it in. So, the start. I think the start was somewhere around the 01DO mark, wasn't it? And yeah, it's about 150. Right, what colour is these sprites in? So the shielded sprite is blue. Okay. So let's put blue in there. Multicolour is on. And it's not a fireball, it's guard, isn't it? Guard. And we are saying, so if we're starting him at, oh, hang on, have I changed the wrong one? Yes, I have. Back up. We're down here. So 1DO. So let's make CO 01 and 02 going in, and he's walking. He's walking slowly. So we'll make him walk slowly. And then the animation oh, come on. Nah, you'll see, mate, when you see the code. Right, so that's... have I... oh, that's because it's MC. So we'll set the animation for it. MC. That it's looping and it's Jules delay. I think because we're making it slower, we'll times it by 2. Hopefully that'll be right. So let's see if that works. Oh, it's built. I'm surprised. It's built. Right. Well, something's not right there. We've got no arrows. We've got the fireball. Remember the film The Force Awakens, and Kylo Ren stops the blaster. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, okay, what have I done? Have I... well, yeah, it's added... yeah, so it's set up bad guy. Multicolours on. Maybe it doesn't like this. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know. But we're going right. That's that way. Guards. Let's put a breakpoint in. Because I'm just wondering if I've got this the right way around. Right, so if we're going right, so we're subtracting. If it's x, if x high is the same, then we test the low. If it's lower, if it's less than, oh, hang on. Going right is that way. I'm thinking of the wrong way. They'll make it do left. That should be working. But we'll put a breakpoint in, see if it gets fired. We'll see if the sprite's been assigned as well. Well, it's certainly running. Yeah, it's certainly running. So what's 994? So 994. So that's Quasi, Jill, Fireball, Arrow. Yeah, it's going up. So A6. That's A6. So that's Quasi, Jill, Fireball, Arrow. So this. Oh, now he's going down. Right, so the processing is working. The process is working. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. F11. I don't know why the arrow's not working. I'll have a look at the code. I may have just changed the arrow by accident. Right, up we go. Do we have a guard walking? Because it seems to be. Well, we haven't got a guard on the screen yet. I'm just wondering if I've got my... But that's just staying still. Let's have a look. Oh, that doesn't help. That's why the arrow's not on the screen. So why is the guard... Animate guard right MC. Oh, right, let's just take this out. I think that's something to do with it. Oh, I think I've still got that breakpoint in. Yeah. So the arrow should be back. Which it is. I think this is the guard, but for some reason have I not set? Ugh. I've forgot to put the right. Right, let's see. Well, there he is. So why is he not moving? Yeah, well, right, so he's a little bit, right, he's a little bit too far. But he's just staying still. Have I put the speed too low? No? Oh, hang on. Oops. Oops. I think that may have been it. Right, where's this guard? Oh, there he is. He's pointing the wrong way. Oh, right, okay. Oh, we might have to change the animation. Right, so it needs to go up. Right, so he needs to go up, and we need to bring him in. Because we want him to patrol between these two, don't we? So we need to bring him in. Where's the fireball gone? Has the fireball gone? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's something going on there. Right, let's get him. Let's get him up. Let's knock him up a bit. So, 145. I think that's there. And we need to reduce. No, we need to increase his minimum value. So we'll do that, and decrease his maximum value. So we'll put that to 8. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, wrong one. So the multiplex is struggling. He needs to go up a bit more, doesn't he? So the multiplex is struggling, so we're gonna get it to, let's go to 90. It's a temporary measure at the moment because the multiplex is interfering with the code, and so it's flashing. Yeah, because we've got 3 spikes on it's having trouble. It's in the middle of here, so it's could be skipping. Right, let's see. He stops there, and does he stop here? Yeah. Okay, mate, thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time, yeah? And I'll speak to you on Discord. Right, so what we need to do is we need to change the animation on the... Oh, yeah, we need to change the animation on the bad boy. So when he goes from left to right, that's here, we need to set the animation, and we need to set the animation based on, oh, that's a good one, because we can't put the value in, can we? How do you put, ooh, that's an interesting one. I mean, we'll hard code it in, but and we'll do it up here as well. So this is going left. Right, let's, will it do it? Yes, it did do it. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, and also we've got a problem. We're running out of raster because the multiplex is. Well, this guard we won't be able to. Everything is gonna have to be in the traditional style where we'd have to jump over him, yeah. But what we was thinking was that this guard would push us. You know, when it comes to us, it would push us, so it could push us into flames like that, yeah? But to avoid him, we'd have to jump over him, yeah? So we'd have to go like that. Oh, he just makes it as well. And the other guard, the one with the spear, this fella here, this fella will be able to kill you. Yeah? But this fella is going to push you into danger. So we're going to, depending on how the map is, we're going to push you into fire or into spikes or something like that, yeah? But you won't be able to kill him. Your job is to avoid everything. Yeah? So, but as you can see, the multiplex is clashing with the code. So if I put everything back to how it was, so this was what, 132, I think. Let's have a look. $154, yeah, 154, but we upped it a bit. So we'll make it 132. And I think it struggles. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on there. So Shift F5. Let's find out what's going on. Oh, let's speed up the emulation. So as you can see, we've got an arrow and quasi. Here we go. So now we've got, and it changes. Oh, I see what's going on. I mean, that's in this. The multiplex is working okay. It's just we haven't got enough CPU time. Just haven't got enough CPU time. Let me, because I've got these debuggers on, yeah? So, let's do another one. Whoops. Let's do this. Right, where's the multiplex at? Here. Right. So we'll change that for that. And we'll change that for that. Right, so what we can do is we can turn off the debugger and leave the multiplexer on so we can see what the multiplexer's up to. There you go. So that's the arrow. Yeah. Really, these should be coming on down here. Let's see what it's like when we've got Jill on the scene. So there's Jill. This looks okay. Oh, we had a bit of a glitch there. Alright, mate. Yeah, it's struggling here. So the multiplexer still has a little bit of an issue, so I need to figure that out. Really, because this is lower than these. There should be another band there. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Well, the hour's going really quick. Yeah, it's supposed to do that. I haven't got the... I'm just testing out the... But I think the multiplexer still needs a little bit of work because we're struggling here. Everything's happening at the same time. I'll let you guys to have a look at it because I spent a lot of time on this and I thought I got it nailed. Right, that's the sort routine. Where's the animation? Here. This is it. It should be doing it okay. It should be fine. That's okay. Yeah, I think the problem is, I think it's in some places because we've got a lot of code running. It's having issues. That's what I think. I think the multiplex is getting in the way, I should say the game's getting in the way of the multiplexer, or all the way around depending on how you look at it. Yeah, maybe only have 6 bad guys on the screen. Go back to the normal library. I mean, we could try that. We could try putting the normal library back on. So, if we... Right, so if I turn multiplex off, that will go back to the normal library. Ooh. Oh, hang on, I've turned it off. Why am I loading it in? Multiplex off. Ooh, we've got another... That shouldn't be clashing. That should be clashing. Oh, hang on. Have I got it somewhere else? No. Ooh. Okay. I'll turn these. Right. That should not be importing it. But it is. Really? Oh, got loads and loads of space. Okay. Well, that's probably why it's not working. Right, let's grab that. And we are going there. Going there. And going, that's the one. That's the offender. Right, so we should be now back in multiplex off mode. F6. Oh, okay. Let's try that now. Oh, we need to bring all those new where are they? These. We need to bring all these in. Into the namespace. There. Ooh. Right, okay. Where's that? Game logic. Game logic 305. There. Right. Any more errors? There we go. There you go. So, we've just turned the multiplexer off. Yeah. So we're back to the eight sprites. So as you can see, all 8 sprites are running. Well, we've still got one sprite left. Now, we don't have to have Jill on the screen if we don't want her on the screen. And reclaim another 2 sprites to make more enemies. Which I think we should do that. Jill doesn't need to be on every screen. In the original program, she wasn't there until the last screen. But as you can see, all the sprites are stable, so it's just the multiplexer that's causing the issues. We've still got the glitch up here. Let's turn debug on. Oh, that's no use. Is that because we've turned off something? No. Debug's on. Debug's on. I haven't got a colour that's out. Oh, hang on. No, debug's on. That's right. I haven't got a colour outside, have I? No. 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 Maybe it's just the fact that we need to redo the raster lines. Yeah. Maybe something's just going over. Yeah. I'll sort that out. Let's turn that back off. Right then, as you can see, so this is without the multiplexer. We're not doing too bad. We've got the arrow on the screen now, and it can go in either direction. We have the fireball on the screen that can go in either direction, and we've now got a wandering guard. I suppose we could put the other guard on at some point. Put him over here somewhere. See what he looks like. Well, I think we'll do that in the next stream and try and figure out what's wrong with the multiplexer. Alright guys, well, I think we've done a lot. It's a complete game, ship it. Oh dear. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I'll put this on GitHub as when I finish the stream, and have a look at it and see if we can figure out any optimizations, because as you can see, it's glitching here as well. I think that's why the colors are out. So with that, I would say thank you very much, and I will see you on Wednesday. Alright guys, take care and have fun. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.